appreciate you guys coming in so much today to continue to talk about our 1x1 program. And with both of you being pastors in our community and loving and pouring into Marsha's Place, I really wanted to get your opinion, your perception of like what gives you confidence to say that this program is sustainable for our community, it's sustainable for Marsha's Place.
Many of the reasons that I have confidence is because of basically the institutional strength here, the organizational strength of Marsha's Place.
Yeah.
Part of that is financial. Our financial position is good. Our donor base has been very engaged. Over the past several years, we've continued to see increases in support, the broadening of that support, and so that gives us a lot of confidence. In addition to that, now I've not been on the board a long time, but I've just seen a gradually and steadily strengthening board that was already good, which has only been getting better, and we've got every reason to expect it to get even better, which has a lot of expertise, a lot of godliness, a lot of seriousness and prayerfulness about the ministry.
When you look at an age demographic of the board, it's very balanced, from a more seasoned person to the younger generation that has just new ideas, new visions. But really my confidence lies in Jared. We've had extraordinary executive directors. Even while I've been on the board, I went through two, and they were great and served their purpose, but I definitely believe that Jared being here gives great confidence in his leadership abilities, the way he leads the board, the way he leads the center, and just the vision casting that he does. And I mean, he's done an incredible job with this project just from ground zero.
Yeah.
Some of this, I guess you would call providential.
Yeah.
It's just from the beginning of the discussions that we've had about this ministry, the way that the Lord has brought certain people to Marsha's Place,
Yes.
who were able to answer questions that we had, who were able to contribute things that we needed, and even to the point of making certain properties available to us.
Right.
And so we had gone through several different iterations of what this would look like. So there is a kind of sense of, well, is the Lord opening doors?
Yeah.
And I believe that what the Lord provides for in the beginning is He'll continue to provide for the length of that ministry.
Yeah.
I totally agree that every person on the board right now has played a pivotal role in just putting the puzzle pieces together, and really just a broad representation of churches on the board too,
So talking about church partnerships, how important is that in this season for Marsha's Place, the ministry for the 1x1 project? What do you see for the church partnerships in our community?
When it comes to the 1x1 project, church partnership is going to be absolutely essential.
Yep.
Marsha's Place is not the church. It is parachurch. We come alongside the local church. We want to meet our clients at a particularly vulnerable and difficult period in their lives. We do that with all of the ministries here at the center, but sustaining life change for them and helping them walk with Christ for the rest of their lives, God made the church for that.
Yeah.
And the 1x1 project really is about that sustained life change.
It's easy to get so ambitious and think we can do everything as the church. We can create this ministry and this food pantry and this organization and that thing. In reality, we can't. We care for the soul very well, and we create this aspect of community, and we bridge those gaps, but the church should always be looking for organizations, especially Christ-centered organizations like Marsha's Place, that do it better.
One of the ways that we look at it, our church looks at entities like Marsha's Place, is we look at them as local missions partners.
Yes.
So in a similar way, when we go to another city or another part of the world, we try to find a partner there that we think is reaching into an area of need and addressing souls in a way that we can come alongside. When it's in the local community in which you live, these local missions partners sometimes you can be the church they come to, right? Your family can be the one they fold into. That may not be possible in Africa or in Asia, but it is possible in Henderson.
So Pastor John, if someone said, how can I help right now? I'm excited about this project. How can I help? What would you say?
Obviously, the number one place that I go is financial support. But everyone is either called to the mission field or called to send someone to the mission field.
Right.
And financially, we send people to the mission field. And this is a mission. So anyone that can support Marsha's Place financially, I think that is the best place to start. And I think what you invest in, you become a part of. And then that will draw you to want to volunteer because you're investing in this place. You have skin in the game, you know. Sometimes as Christians, we're like, we just want to do something. We'll mow your yard. We'll clean your windows, paint your house. You know, we want to do something. And people thrive in that area. But, you know, I think that the starting place is giving. And then, again, when you get invested, you want to volunteer. You become an advocate. You want to talk about it because you're a part of something now.
It is a big ask, and it's very challenging for many reasons. But at a previous community that I was in, we did something similar, but even more ambitious. And because of lessons learned there, we are being very incremental with the one-by-one project. And so we're trying not to let either our hearts or our eyes be too big for our hands to handle. We're trusting the Lord, but we're also trying to be wise and incremental and provide a nice, sustainable slope. And that's even, you can see that in the name one by one. I'm trying to go to 1,000 or 1,000,000, just one by one at a little bit. One area that it often gets mentioned, but it really is important, is prayer. We have a prayer room here at the center, and there is plenty of time for people to come and pray over the ministry of Marsha's Place. We know that this ministry will not be accomplished unless the Lord does it. And so in the midst of our planning and our financing and our purchasing and all of those things, we want the Lord to be blessing that. And that's something that anyone can do. And it is also something that everyone really ought to be doing.
So yes, anytime the center is open, we are so thankful when someone walks in and says, I'm just here to pray. And then they go and find their spot in the prayer room and they sit and they just pray. We love that because we know we have a whole prayer team out there praying and warring for us, but it's also so great when they're here in the center. And we know they're here and we're here and it's good. So pray, give, serve, for sure.